Hello, my name is Irving, and today I will be talking about climate change. And just like my concept map shows, climate change is a really big issue that connects a lot of different things. Climate change isn't just one problem, it's kind of a whole system that causes evidence and solutions that all connect together. To start off, I'll start with causes. One of the main causes is human activities such as driving cars, using electricity, and burning fossil fuels. All these release gases into the air. These gases, more like carbon dioxide, tend to trap heat in the atmosphere, which leads to global warming. Some other activities that are caused by humans include deforestation, which is actually a big cause of global warming or climate change. Because of this is the cause of this is when we cut trees down, we tend to lose something that helps us, us absorb carbon dioxide. It is basically the more trees we lose, the worse it can get for us humans. Another cause is the environmental destruction in general. When humans change land, it can pollute this ecosystem. It affects just natural balance. It can make climate change happen faster or more intense than it normally would, which can lead to things such as volcanic eruptions or intense heat in some areas. Now, to move on, let's look at the evidence side. There's actually a lot of proof that climate change is a real thing. One big example of proof is the rising temperatures. There's proof of records going back many years, and they clearly show that the planet is warming up. It is not just a small change either, it's actually been increasing over time, which is how my concept map dictates it. Under evidence, rising temperatures, and records of slow planet is warming. Another piece of evidence is the melting glaciers. The ice in places like Antarctica and in Greenland is melting faster and faster than before, which also leads to rising sea levels. That can also be dangerous for coastal areas and cities near water, for example, California, or any coastal city. We also see more extreme weathers, like hurricanes, storms, and many more. These storms are getting stronger and sometimes more frequent, which causes more damage and puts people at risk. So when you look at all these events together, it shows that climate change is actually happening, not just something people made up. Now moving on to solutions. Because obviously this is something we need to fix, one major solution is changing human behavior. What I mean by this is people need to be more aware of what they've been doing and how it affects the environment. For example, waste reduction, recycling can help lower pollution. Even smaller things like using less plastic or reusing items can make a difference. This can also be said about public transportation and bikes. Things that don't pollute the world or make things worse can actually improve the world, and it could be shown. Another solution is energy conservation is another. If we use less energy, especially from fossil fuels, then we could reduce the amount of harmful gases going into the atmosphere. This in return can make the world more compatible with us humans. Transportation changes are important. Cars produce a lot of emissions, so using public transportation like biking or even electric cars can help reduce that impact. Lastly, for further research needed, scientists still need to study climate change more to understand it better. It always improves and things can change. So, overall, climate change is a serious issue that is caused mainly by human actions, supported by strong evidence like the temperatures and its extreme weathers. And it requires multiple solutions to fix it, and people need to pay attention to that. This can change and it should change, and us as humans need to help our own planet with all its issues.